Hi Taurus, I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to my channel, Resilient Heart Tarot. My name is Kyla, and I am new to YouTube, but a very experienced tarot card reader and a longtime YouTube tarot card video watcher. I absolutely adore them. I am also a purveyor of astrology and conventional psychology, meaning I love therapeutics, I love self-healing, personal development, anything along those lines, and assuming I have the energy, I am there for it. This is going to be a love reading for the month of October. I'm going to tune in to your energies. I'm already shuffling the cards here in the background. I apologize for any road noise you might hear. It's unseasonably warm in the Pacific Northwest, but I have decided to stop using my air conditioner arbitrarily because I decided that it's time for it to be fall. It's not working out very well. In any case, my windows are open and I live in a pretty vibrant city, so if there's some noise, I'm sorry. All right, tuning it into cards here. I'm hearing 8 more shuffles. Spirit. All right, I'm gonna cut the deck. Spirit is advising me to read reversals. I don't always. Okay. So here is the past, the present, the future, the reason, the root, and the bottom of the deck. All right, going to tune in here. I'm getting a few messages for you right off the bat. And the first thing that I want to say is that you have a very hopeful, it's kind of cute, it's like a childish hope in the future, in what you can achieve, in your prospects in love. And that's a good thing to have. Having that hope is you know, it's a great quality to possess. You know, it's a lot better than being cynical. Something to really value. I also see that tied to this, another kind of childish trait of yours. I shouldn't say childish because that sounds like a pejorative, but childlike, which is the ability to feel love quickly, to offer love and affection readily and quickly, even if it's not coming from a place that is like deeply rooted firmly in your emotions or firmly in your value system, that you love somebody. You are willing and able to give and receive love in a meaningful, if kind of shallow way. And that is another quality that's actually very lovable and cute. So I'm picking up some energy like that from your spread, just about you as a person. I think in terms of your ability to really consider, you know, like your ability to hope and to dream about the future, you have that, but what you're experiencing this month is feeling like you're not getting what you want. Like you're not seeing the kind of like, you're not reaping the rewards. Like, you know, if you tilled a field all summer, you don't see the harvest on the other side. And I think that you really want some radical change here in your love life. You want some movement. You want a shift, like a big shift to happen, and you're not experiencing it. You don't see it, but it is what you want. And the reason that this is happening is because of cyclical thoughts. I think I'm just tuning in here to this part of the reading. I think you have the power to create the change that you want. I think you're totally capable. And I think what you want to see is not unreasonable. I think it's probably something pretty realistic. The impression that I'm getting is that I think you just want maybe to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I think you want to offer your love to somebody. And I don't think you've thought through much more than that. I don't think you've really critically thought through what does the other side look like? Who am I in relationships? What do I actually want? Do I want a commitment? Do I want it to be a fling? Do I want it kind of in the middle? Am I ready to get married? Like, what am I ready to promise this person? I don't think you've thought about it that far. I think you've thought about it like you want to be in, you want to have a connection with somebody, you want to have a partnership. That's the change that you want to see, and you're not seeing it. And I think that you feel confused about why you're not seeing it. Like, why is this not happening? I thought if I did these, if I took these actions, that eventually I'd meet someone I liked and who liked me, and I'd eventually get into this relationship that I'm looking for. And by actions, I mean, like, I signed up for Hinge, or I started to make myself more available to go out with friends and colleagues to meet people, or I started to go to a co-ed soccer, I signed up for a co-ed soccer team or something like that. Like, I put myself out there. Like, why am I not meeting somebody? I think is where you are. I think you're holding yourself back. I think at this point you might feel defeated, or that's the way you're going to feel in October, is that you're not getting the results you want. You don't understand why, and so therefore it's not going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. I think you might get into like kind of a self-defeating cycle, like, and potentially practice a little bit of self-sabotage, like, well, instead of meeting my friends for drinks at this bar where I know there's going to be like single people, or going to this gala event that somebody invited me to where I know there's going to be other people my age, I'm just gonna stay in and binge watch Handmaid's Tale and eat ice cream. So those kinds of, I think you might sink into some self-sabotage type of behavior because you feel like helpless, like there's nothing you can do to change your situation. You know what you want, but it's out of your hands. I don't think that that's true. I think that is your thought cycle. I think maybe that's a little like a habit of yours to kind of fall into these self-defeating, self-sabotaging slumps. They probably don't last forever, and they're probably not anything majorly impactful, but I think that is what happens, and that's fine. That's human nature to do things like that. We all kind of do it from time to time. So, but I think that your own thoughts and the self-defeat is keeping you stuck, and it's keeping you from achieving what you want. But if you can pull yourself out of that, if you can tell yourself, I am lovable, and I'm valuable, and I am worth doing the work to learn how to get what I want. Like identifying what information you're missing to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Because I think what you might find out, I think your main focus this month is going to be on feeling stuck, feeling like frustrated and defeated, but then figuring out that, well, I mean, I think eventually, maybe not in October, but in the future, potentially figuring out that it's just in your head. These feelings of being stuck are just there, and you can achieve what you want if you get out of those thought cycles and start believing in yourself. Because once you really hold yourself in high esteem, you can, like, I'm repeating myself a little bit here, apologies. I feel like even in this reading, my mind is kind of going in circles a little bit. I feel like that feeling of cyclical thought, but it's hard to break out of it when you're in it. I mean, it's challenging, and I feel for you. But when you can determine that you are lovable and valuable, which you absolutely are, you can start to figure out a better game plan to get what you want, which is love. So what's missing here? You know, like, for example, it seems like you're taking action probably to meet people, like going out on dates from apps, or making yourself a little bit more available, like I said, in like social settings. But maybe because you haven't defined what you want and what matters to you in love, you are not going to attract in somebody who is going to be like committed and loving and really, has a lot of intention to build a healthy relationship with you. So maybe what you find out is, I need to figure out what I want so that I can attract in somebody who wants the same things as me, and we have a better opportunity to really grow this relationship together. So like, you might get to that point where you figure that out, and you start to figure out, like, what am I doing wrong here? And what more information do I need? And then how do I, incorporate all of that into showing up to these events or on dates as my true and authentic self, which will bring in love if that's what you want. It will. That formula works. So I think that's a little bit ahead. Like, I think that's a little bit far off in the future. Well, maybe not super far off. We'll see what happens next month. But I think at this point, it's kind of like the realization phase for you. Like, I'm not getting what I want. I'm not moving forward. I know what I want, but I don't know how to get it. And you're going to be stuck in your head, and I think you're going to realize that. I hope that made sense. I apologize. Sometimes as the night progresses, I get less and less articulate, especially after a long work day. I've just been talking all day long. It's probably time for me to wind down. So I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey lesson card for you, Taurus. Taurus, her spirit, what do I need to know for Taurus? 4 more. 2, 4. You have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Here we go. Yes. You are stuck. And when you realize you're stuck, that's like half of the battle, right? Is just saying, oh my gosh, just being self-aware and saying, I know that this is the reason why I'm not making any change in my life, why I'm not moving forward. It's just because of my own thought patterns, which are like, thankfully you have the power to change them, which is wonderful. It's empowering, and it means you can get what you want eventually. So I'm going to read from this booklet. There is certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises. The status quo has an appeal, but you will never learn or grow in your circumstances if your circumstances stay the same. Everybody wants life to be better, but that requires change. You have chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities. If you don't take advantage of them, what was the point? Staying within your comfort zone is overrated. With change comes transformation, and with transformation comes evolution. Stop viewing change as good or bad, because all change nourishes your soul. Don't equate it with a lack of control. Life happens and it's supposed to happen. You can direct how it plays out, and you always have the power to accept a change that redirects your path. Oh, that's a really nice message. I think it's saying, you know, it's kind of reiterating what we've been talking about, that, you know, you want a change, you're not affecting a change in your life, and it's because you are stuck in your thoughts patterns, so you're not taking different action or different steps along your path to affect the change that you want to come in. And I think that will be discovering that, and, you know, shaking it off, breaking free of all of it, I think will finally get you the outcome that you want. So Taurus, I wish you all the best in October. Truly, I hope that you have a good month. It looks like a month of lessons. And if you want to see an extended version of this reading, if you want to look into who might be coming in, nobody came up in this particular reading, but that doesn't mean that there isn't somebody on the ancillary energy that I could pick up in an extended. Just let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to set up a extended reading system. And other than that, yes, take very good care. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.